today I'm at the cafe. I've decided to escape the school for a while. It's not the students, they're fantastic. It's rather the red tape is not my cup of tea. And yes, I like mixing my metaphors. Anyway, I've got a coffee, it's a no-brainer, and a croissant, which in French they call a croissant. So you probably guessed that this video is all about English expressions. I hope you like it. Anyway, I've got to go now. Where am I going? Well, I've got to see a man about a dog. See you later. Hello and welcome to Let Them Talk, the channel that goes deeper into everything about the English language. And today I've got 10 expressions for you. And these are my personal favourites, or at least ones that I use all the time. All of them are useful and are suitable in a number of situations. And where I know the history of the expression, I'll explain that too. So let's get started. And the first expression is to have a whale of a time. Yes, a whale of a time. You know, a whale, the big fish in the ocean, except it's not fish, it's a mammal. Anyway, all this means is to have a great time, to enjoy oneself very much. So, for example, my holiday in Vietnam was amazing. I had a whale of a time. The pie was great. We had a whale of a time. Why a whale of a time? I'm not sure, but I think it's something to do with whalers in the 19th century enjoying them too much. Anyway, I like to use it because it makes me think of whales splashing and jumping around in the ocean, enjoying themselves, rather than being killed by a whaling harpoon, which is much less funny anyway. Also connected to having a good time is the next expression, to paint the town red, which means to go out and have an extravagant and crazy time. Let's look at an example. Hey John, what do you want to do this evening? Well, I thought I might stay in and defrost the freezer. Maybe watch the documentary on Channel 8 about mountain goats. Yeah. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do something crazy. I want to go out. I want to party. I want to dance. I want to stay up all night. I want to paint the town red. Okay, please yourself. And the next expression is wakey, wakey, smell the coffee. And you can use expression to someone who doesn't realise what's happening, especially when it's obvious to everyone else. Of course, coffee makes you wake up and fast and helps you see what's happening. So let's look at some examples. The light's green. The light's green. Wakey, wakey, smell the coffee. This thing they call the internet. Do you think that one day it will be important in people's lives? It already is. Wakey, wakey, smell the coffee. And the next expression is mumbo jumbo. And it simply means nonsense. For example, it's a full moon tonight and you're a Sagittarius. You shouldn't go out. What is this astrology mumbo jumbo? Okay, this is my legal contract. The party in the first part shall be known in this contract as the party in the first part. The party in the second part shall be known in this contract as the party in the second part. What does it mean? This is just mumbo jumbo. And I did some research, and apparently it comes from the Mandingan language, and it's been in the English language for about 200 years. And the next expression is It's a no-brainer. That's right, it's a no-brainer. And this means that the answer to the question is so obvious that it doesn't require any thought. That is, that you hardly need to use your brain, okay? So, for example, the train takes 8 hours and costs €400, and the plane takes 1 hour and costs €75. Which one shall we take? It's a no-brainer. We'll take the plane. Okay. I've just been offered a new job, double the salary, and I get to travel around the world. Will I take it? Yeah, it's a no-brainer. And the next expression is, the world is my oyster, or the world is your oyster, or somebody's oyster. Anyway, an oyster is a sea creature, which is inside a rocky shell, and some people open it up and put lemon juice and eat it, but not my thing. Anyway, what this means is that you have endless possibilities. You can do whatever you want, okay? So, for example, you're young, you're beautiful, you're qualified, go out there. The world is your oyster. You can do anything. And the expression comes from Shakespeare, actually, the Merry Wives of Windsor. And by the way, if you know London, you know that if you travel on public transport in London, you need an Oyster card. And I think that it might be related to this expression, because with the Oyster card you can go wherever you want and do whatever you want. Or it may be because it just looks a bit like an oyster. I don't know. And the next expression is, it's better than a kick in the teeth. That's right, it's better than a kick in the teeth. And all this means is, it's better than nothing. So, for example, if I had one more number right, I would have won £10 million in the lottery. Instead, I've just won £100. Well, it's better than a kick in the teeth. I know this year I have to work most of the summer. I won't have a long summer holiday. I've only got 1 week. Oh well, it's better than a kick in the teeth. The next expression is, I've got to see a man about a dog. And you use this expression when you have to leave a place and you don't want to tell people where you are going. Either it's a secret or it's just not very interesting to explain. So, for example, it's only 9 p.m. Where are you going? Well, I've got to see a man about a dog. What? You're 2 hours late. Where have you been? Yeah, I had to see a man about a dog. Okay, and the next expression is to go doolally, which just means to go crazy. So, for example, you're giving up your job to become a monk. Have you gone doolally? What, you want to swim across the Atlantic Ocean? Have you gone doolally? Anyway, the expression comes from when the British were in India and the soldiers who went crazy were sent to a sanatorium in the town of doolally. And the next expression is red tape. Look at all these forms I have to fill in. All these rules and regulations that seem unnecessary. And that's exactly what red tape means. Unnecessary administration. And believe me, there is a lot of that in France. All these forms that you have to fill in that we don't really need. Is it the same in your country? Anyway, the expression comes from Charles V of Spain, the beginning of the 16th century,
where they started tying important court documents with red tape.
That's it. And if you have any favorite expressions in English or in your own language, then let us know in the comments. And thank you for watching. Stay mellow. Don't go doolally. And I'll see you in the next video.